Welcome to Earthy Remedy, your space for natural remedies, real food, and everyday wellness. I'm your host, Sam Nang Bradley, host and wellness guide, and I'm so glad you're here.
And I'm Fiona Thompson, co-host and nutritionist. Today, we're exploring a plant that shows up in kitchens and medicine shelves around the world, aloe, and 3 very simple calming remedies you can make tonight. A cooling aloe water, a tiny face gel, and a linen mist. Each one uses a single leaf or small amounts of aloe and just a few pantry ingredients. Let's begin. Quick hook. If you've ever wished for something gentle to soothe a hot forehead, calm a reddened cheek, or add a quiet coolness to your bedroom linens, this episode is for you. By the end, you'll have 3 small recipes and a clear sense of when aloe helps and when to reach for clinical care. Section 1. Understanding the problem. Imagine this. You spent the day in a late afternoon garden. The sun was kinder than you expected. Later, your skin feels tight and warm where the sun hit. There's that prickly heat, a little sting when you move, and a dry tightness that water alone doesn't fix. Or maybe you sat in a stuffy room and woke up with a hot forehead and thirsty skin. These are small, common disruptions. Redness, heat, tightness, and a sense that your skin needs cooling and simple moisture. Those sensations happen because the skin surface is inflamed and the outer layer, our stratum corneum, can be temporarily disrupted. You feel heat and tightness when tiny blood vessels dilate and when surface moisture evaporates. What people often want first is relief, something cooling, hydrating, and lightly protective. Aloe is frequently chosen because it feels cool on contact. It's easy to prepare fresh, and many cultures have used it for calming the skin for centuries. But it's important to match expectation with reality. Aloe soothes and hydrates. It's supportive, not a cure-all. I love that. Soothing and hydrating, but not a cure-all. That helps set a gentle expectation. Aloe is a companion in care, not a replacement for a doctor when something is deeply injured or infected. Section 2. What tradition and evidence say. Let's start botanical. When people say aloe in home remedies, they're usually working with aloe vera, sometimes also called Aloe barbadensis. The inner clear gel, the mucilaginous tissue, contains polysaccharides, small sugars that help attract and hold water, which contributes to a cooling, hydrating feel when applied topically. There are also small amounts of vitamins, amino acids, and enzymes that give aloe its characteristic texture. Traditional use is wide and varied. Across Mediterranean, Middle Eastern, African, and Asian traditions, aloe is used for minor burns, hot skin, and as a soothing salve. People often sliced a leaf and applied the clear gel directly onto the skin. The evidence from clinical studies suggests aloe can help with mild sunburn and may support skin hydration and barrier repair in short-term, low-risk situations. That's where the practice and the data meet. Cooling sensation, measurable improvement in surface hydration, and meaningful subjective relief for many people. It's also important to be honest about limits. The evidence doesn't support aloe as a treatment for deep wounds, infected skin, or severe burns that blister widely. And some people are sensitive or allergic to aloe, especially if they have a plant allergy. So we encourage a simple patch test and a clear plan to see professional care when needed. Section 3. The remedies. We'll move now into the practical part. I'll read each ingredient slowly and then guide you through step by step. If you're cooking along, pause the episode when I pause and listen for the sensory cues. We'll make cooling aloe water, a sip or spritz, a tiny aloe face gel, single small jar, and a light linen mist. I'll include substitutions and storage tips as we go. First, ingredients for cooling aloe water. This makes about 2 cups. Read slowly. 1. 1½ cups of filtered water, which is the base. 2. 2 tablespoons of fresh aloe inner gel, scraped from 1 medium leaf. 3. 1 teaspoon of freshly squeezed lemon juice, optional, for brightness. 4. 1 teaspoon of raw honey or maple syrup for gentle flavor and mouthfeel, optional if you plan to sip. A sprig of mint or a thin slice of cucumber for aroma, optional. If you prefer a spritz-only version, omit the honey.
Equipment. You'll need a small jar or bottle, a spoon, a fine strainer or cheesecloth if you prefer a clear liquid, and a small pot if you want to warm the water briefly. Cooling aloe water. Step by step. Step 1. Scrape 2 tablespoons of the inner gel from a clean aloe leaf. Avoid the yellow latex near the skin of the leaf. We want the clear gel. Step 2. Place the gel in a small bowl and mash gently with a spoon until it loosens into a milky liquid. You'll notice a slick, slippery texture. This is the mucilage. Step 3. Combine your 1½ cups of filtered water with the mashed gel. If you like a faint citrus note, add 1 teaspoon lemon juice now. Stir slowly for about 20 seconds. Step 4. If sipping, add your teaspoon of honey or maple syrup and stir until dissolved. If making a spritz, strain through a fine strainer into a clean spray bottle so it feels light on the skin. Pause here and let the mixture sit for 2 minutes to allow texture to settle.
Next, ingredients for a tiny aloe face gel. Makes a single 30-40 milliliter jar. 1. 2 tablespoons of fresh aloe inner gel. 2. 1 teaspoon vegetable glycerin, optional for added humectant action. 3. 2 drops of lavender essential oil or chamomile hydrolysol for scent, only if you know you tolerate essential oils, otherwise omit. 4. A tiny pinch of preservative like grapefruit seed extract if you want to extend shelf life, though we'll give short batch storage guidance. Equipment: a small sterilized jar, a clean spoon, and a small funnel or spatula if you have one. Tiny aloe face gel, step by step. Step 1. Place 2 tablespoons of fresh aloe gel in a small bowl and whisk gently to a smooth, clear consistency. Step 2. Add 1 teaspoon of glycerin and whisk again until integrated. If using lavender essential oil, add 2 drops now. Step 3. Transfer into your sterilized jar, seal, and label with the date. Use within 5 to 7 days refrigerated. To apply, use a pea-sized amount on clean skin and pat gently. This is intended for mild dehydration, redness, or as a cooling layer under sunscreen, not for open wounds or deep burns. Finally, ingredients for a light linen mist. Makes about 120 milliliters. 1. 1 cup, 240 milliliters, filtered distilled water. 2. 2 tablespoons aloe inner gel, blended. 3. 1 teaspoon witch hazel, as a mild preservative and fragrance carrier. 4. 6 to 8 drops of a calming essential oil, like lavender or neroli, optional. Equipment: a 120 milliliter spray bottle, a small blender or whisk, and a funnel. Linen mist. Step by step. Step 1. Blend 2 tablespoons of aloe gel with 1 cup of distilled water until smooth. Step 2. Add 1 teaspoon witch hazel and stir. Step 3. Add essential oils if using. 6 drops total is a soft scent. Step 4. Strain if you prefer, then funnel into your spray bottle. Label with the date and keep refrigerated. Use within 5 days. For use, spritz lightly over linens from a distance of about 12 inches. You want a whisper of cool, not a soaking. A short sensory moment. Take the jar or bottle in your hands. Feel the coolness. Bring it to your nose and breathe in gently. Notice the green, fresh notes of aloe and any mint or lavender you added. This is a small, calming ritual. Hold it, breathe, and let the body register that pause. You can do this nightly as a cue for rest. Storage and simple variations. For small batch safety, refrigeration is your friend. Cooling aloe water for sipping or spritzing, use within 48 hours. The tiny face gel and linen mist, 5 to 7 days refrigerated. If you want longer life, consider adding a trusted cosmetic preservative and follow concentration guidelines. Details are in the show notes. Substitutions. If you don't have fresh aloe, use 2 teaspoons of high-quality, pure aloe juice as a substitute. If glycerin isn't available, a touch of vegetable oil is an option for a tiny face oil instead of gel. Use very sparingly. Safety and cautions. Very important. 1. Patch test first. Place a small amount on the inside of your wrist and wait 24 hours for any reaction. 2. Avoid using aloe on deep, blistering, or clearly infected wounds. Seek clinical care. 3. If you have a known plant allergy, especially to lilies or onions, be cautious. Some people cross-react. 4. If you're pregnant or breastfeeding, do not ingest aloe internally without checking with a clinician, as some preparations can have laxative compounds. When in doubt, consult a health professional. These remedies are supportive and gentle, not substitutes for medical treatment when it's needed. Reflection and encouragement. Small rituals can reset our relationship to care. Using a simple aloe spray or a tiny pot of gel invites a slower pace. Notice sensation, temperature, and breath. Start small. One night this week, make the cooling water or the linen mist and use it before bed. See what it does for your rest and for that sense of being tended. You don't need perfection, just curiosity. Summary of key takeaways. Aloe provides a cooling, hydrating feel thanks to its mucilaginous polysaccharides. It's best for mild surface irritation and temporary redness. Always patch test. Keep batches small and refrigerated, and reach out to a clinician for deep or infected wounds. The recipes we covered are simple, accessible, and adaptable to what you have on hand. Call to action. We'd love to hear how this turned out for you. Did you make the cooling water, the tiny face gel, or the linen mist? Send us a voice message or DM at @EarthyRemedyPod and tell us what you changed, how it smelled, or if you found a tiny trick that made it your own. And if you found this helpful, please subscribe to Earthy Remedy so you don't miss future episodes. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Earthy Remedy. We hope you're leaving with at least one simple idea to bring into your evening, whether it's a cooling sip, a tiny jar for your shelf, or a linen spritz that makes your bed feel like a soft, calm place. Listen to your body. Trust the earth. Feel the difference. Until next time, take a deep breath, drink some water, and be kind to your body. This is Earthy Remedy, and we'll see you in the next episode.